Okay students, let us come to our last chapter, polarization. So we know light is having its characters like reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction and polarization. So you know about all the first four, that is reflection, refraction, interference and diffraction. Okay, right? So polarization is the one of the character of light, and which is very important that it only indicates that the given wave is a longitudinal wave or a transverse wave. That is, both longitudinal waves and transverse waves, they exhibit the characters like reflection, refraction, interference and diffraction, but only light waves exhibits the property polarization. So if a given wave is a light wave, or that is a transverse wave or a longitudinal wave, to know that we have to check that the light is polarized, that given wave polarizes or not. If it polarizes, we can say that is a transverse wave. Cannot polarizes means we can say that is a longitudinal wave. So polarization is the best test that we can say the given wave is a longitudinal or transverse wave. And we know light wave is one of the best example for transverse wave, and light wave exhibits the property polarization, right? So now what is polarization actually means? The property of certain electromagnetic radiations in which the direction and magnitude of the vibrating field are related in a specified way. That is, simply we can say that one-sidedness of light is called as a polarization, right? So what is this one-sidedness of the light? Means we know light travels in all directions. If this is the source of light, means light travels like this in all directions of the so light travels in all directions. That is, light travels in all directions means what? The light travels in all possible perpendicular directions to the propagation of the light. That is, if the light is traveling in this direction, okay, light travels all possible perpendicular directions. So this is one perpendicular, and light if travels in this way, light what is that? Light travels in all in this direction. That is, light travels in all directions andre light travels in all perpendicular directions to the source of the light anta artha. Okay, right? So now light travels in all perpendicular directions alla. Polarization means what? One-sidedness of the light andre ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸೋ ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಪೊಲರೈಸೇಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಪೊಲರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ is it travels in all directions means that is a unpolarized light, and it travels in only one direction means that is a polarized light anta helthivi. Okay, so here we have to know plane of vibration and plane of polarization. So what is actually plane of vibration? Plane of vibration means what? The when ordinary light is passed through any type of like a tourmaline crystal, the emergent light is polarized and vibrations are confined to only one direction perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of light. That is, ordinary light is passed through a tourmaline crystal. If this is a tourmaline crystal anta ankamana, when ordinary light is passed through a tourmaline crystal like this, hauda, light travels in all directions na ನಾವು unpolarized or ordinary light anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. When ordinary light is passed through a tourmaline crystal, okay, the emergent light is polarized. ಈ ಎಮರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೋ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೊಲರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡ್ನೆಸ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನಫ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದೆ, ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? ದ ಎಮರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೊಲರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟು ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಪಗೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್. ಲೈಟ್ ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಪಗೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಎಮರ್ಜ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ದೆನ್ the plane in which the vibrations takes place. ಈ plane ಇದದಲ್ಲ, the plane in which the vibrations, these vibrations like this takes place is called as plane of vibration. And the plane in which the vibrations or the plane in which polarization takes place is called as plane of polarization. The next one what we have to know is plane of polarization. So plane of polarization is what? The plane in which the vibrations takes place is called as the plane in which the vibrations takes place is called plane of polarization, and the plane in which vibrations these light ray takes place is called the plane in which vibrations takes place is plane of vibration, and the plane in which no vibrations takes place is called as plane of polarization. Okay, ಏನು ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಲರೈಸೇಷನ್. ಇಫ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್, ಆರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. So this polarization takes place by reflection, refraction. Okay, and the important thing is the polarization takes place by double refraction. Okay, so what is this double refraction means? This double refraction is nothing but when crystal like Iceland spare ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. when a crystal like Iceland spare, okay, which observed or Iceland spare, if we take the crystal like Iceland spare, okay, what happens? Light passes through this Iceland spare, the light refracted. Okay, and the emergent light is only one ray, no, but here we'll get two refracted rays, which we can say that as plane polarization by double refraction anta helteve. Okay, so that is the crystals having the property of doubly refracting is also said to be birefringence. ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು birefringence ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so examples for these type of crystals are like tourmaline, okay, Iceland spare, okay, next calcite crystal. These are all the Iceland spare is also called as a calcite anta heltivi. Okay, these are all examples for that crystals which exhibits the double refraction. Okay, so double refraction is nothing but when the light ray passes through a crystal. Okay, what happens actually? The light ray refracts and the emergent light ray is only one, right? But here we will get two emergent light rays, which we call that as a birefringence or double refraction. Okay, so here this double refraction or birefringence can takes place by uniaxial crystals or biaxial crystals anta. Uniaxial crystals or biaxial crystals. Okay, uniaxial crystals or biaxial crystals. What is this uniaxial crystals means? Which is having only the one optic axis is called as uniaxial. Okay, one optic axis andre uniaxial, two optic axis andre biaxial anta helತೀವಿ. Then what is this optic axis? ಹೌದಾ, optic axis means what here? Optic axis is nothing but if the light ray passes through a crystal, for example this is the crystal anta ankamana. Okay, if the light ray incident on one of the surface of the crystal and if no deviation takes place in one line on in this crystal means that axis is called as ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆ್ಯಂಗಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ಕೂಡ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಫ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಆ ಲೈನ್ ನಾವು ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ರಿಫ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ಸೊ ನಮಗಿರೋಂಥ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್ ಟೂ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುನಿಯಾಕ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ biaxial crystals ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವೆನ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. ಈ ಥರ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದಾಗ ವಿ ನೋ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇ ರಿಫ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಾ, ಈ ರಿಫ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಂಥ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇ, ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಟೂ ರೇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು two rays, so which is a double refraction, or we can indicate like this, which is a double refraction. Okay, so of them we can say one is a ordinary ray and another one is extraordinary ray anta heltivi. So what is ordinary ray and what is extraordinary ray here is now we can write this as one is R1 and another one is R2 anta ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ R1 is the refractive index of ordinary ray Okay, and R2 is what? Refractive index of extraordinary ray. Okay, and refractive index of ordinary ray, we can write this as mu naught. Mu naught is equal to sin I by sin R. Refractive index, we can write sin R1, and refractive index of extraordinary ray is what? Sin I by sin R2. Okay, if n naught is like we can write n naught or mu naught is greater than mu e, means v naught, that is velocity, is less than ve. Okay, if mu naught is less than mu e, means v naught is greater than ve anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, and if okay, ne is or mu e is greater than mu naught, right? Mu e is greater than mu naught, these type of crystals are called as positive crystals. Okay, examples for these are quartz, iron oxide, and etc., right? And if mu naught is greater than mu e, means these type of crystals are called as negative crystals, and the examples are quartz, calcite, and tourmaline. These are the examples for what? Negative crystals anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, right. So this is ordinary ray and extraordinary ray. That is, when the light ray incident on any type of crystals, okay, any like such crystals, okay, that light ray, except optic axis, that light ray deviates or splits or refracts into two light rays of them. One is ordinary ray and another one is extraordinary ray, which is called as double refraction or birefringence, right? So here, if mu naught means refractive index of ordinary ray is greater than mu e, means which we can say those are the negative crystals. Mu naught is less than mu e, means those are called as positive crystals, and these are the examples for negative crystals and positive crystals. Okay, right.